Hey y'all. Welcome to the Let's Chit Chat show. We got a dope show today. I'm starting live by myself today. Me and DJ Don Cardio. So, I am interviewing Droop Lion today, who will be joining me on the live. So you guys can tune in. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start now.
Let's chit chat and TellyLatti and DJ Dan Cardio. Them show DJ Dan Cardio, TellyLatti. Why yo? Let's chit chat. You know what I mean? True plan representing to the fullness. Yeah. My mama says she soon come back and I know she not come yet. Even a rock and I know she not come yet. Soon come back and I know my mama. Let's chit chat and TellyLatti.
Big show today, guys.
With DJ Dan Cardio.
Hi from Scotland. How are you? Hey everybody. Hey Child Reggae. Yes, in England. What's up? How are you? Thank you guys for tuning in today. Yes. Yes, he's a dope artist. He will be joining us shortly. Thank you, studio. Yes. Yes. Hey, Tunes here. Hey, Child Reggae. Yes. He will be live today on the live with me. A veteran coming on today. Thank you. Thank you. Child Reggae, thank you very much from Liverpool. Hey, Lethal. We are going to be interviewing Droop Lion. He will be joining us shortly. Hey, Shay. It is me. I am TellyLatti, and the mix you're hearing today is from my official DJ Don Cardio. And he also has a show too. I'll be tuning into his show. It is Easter weekend, guys. Hey, Tunes here. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes. Droop is a very, very dope artist. Yes, he is. I thank you so much. Hey, Omar Famous. How are you? I played your SoundCloud mix the other day. I'm featuring DJs Monday through Friday for my early warm vibes. I just played different SoundClouds. You were the first one, actually. Dope mix. I am interviewing Droop Lion. Hey, Yasmin. How are you? Shakira, how are you? Shakira, how are you? I will be interviewing Droop Lion today. He will be joining us on the live shortly. I want to welcome you guys to the Let's Chit Chat show. I will be live every Saturday from 4 to 5, interviewing different artists and business owners. I will have a lot more. Oh, Yasmin, I cannot. I can't let you join right now. I'm about to interview Droop Lion. You have to try and come during the week, between 8 and 8:30. During the week, Monday through Friday. Hi, Empress Tiabu, how are you? I am interviewing Droop Lion today. How are you? How is my boo Macca? Blessings, honey. I wish you guys well over there. I know it's rough. You guys, we have to shoot out prayers to our own DMX. He is in the hospital in critical condition, drug overdose. I'm waiting. Yes, we do, honey. We have to get things. Hi, Junior. No, I didn't see it. I'm gonna look. Hi, Junior. Junior, I can't take requests right now. I'm about to interview Droop. I do that Monday through Friday, early morning. Catch me in the morning, 8 to 8:30. Oh, yes, I am. I'm praying for him. I'm praying to come through. Hey, Junior. Yes, Tune's here. Thank you.
Hear me, mama, can't do our skill. Rubber man stick out and take a little bit. Start a year from the news, so mama just get killed. Tell it all, it could be it will leave away. Man, no one will kill me, mother,
I'm telling you, that demon is real nice. We just have to pray for them. It's the pressure. It's the pressure they can't manage. Thank you, Junior. Oh, Chala Reggae, I'm on every morning between 8 and 8:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And I just like to have different topics, and I play different DJs SoundCloud. That's what I do. Kind of how Have you tried TMG? It's in the UK. I thought they were pretty good. Are they? I think they're online. I'll send you their link. They're pretty good. We work with them too. No, Junior, I am not Jamaican. I am Haitian. Thank you so much. Hey. You too, dear. Blessings, honey. Oh, yeah, sure, yes. And Chala Reggae, too. My official DJ John Cardio, I'll send you his link as well. He plays in the morning as well at 9:30. He comes on after me. Hey, our show is located in the DMV. Junior, we're in the DMV.
Just ready to draw folks in. Like this.
He has a very unique voice. I think he has his own. He's like his own self. But we can ask him. We can definitely ask him. Yes, so he has a very unique voice. I don't think he sounds like anyone else. I think he has his own. Young Gunners in the building. Hi, Glitters. How are you? We are interviewing Droop. We're waiting on him to come on to the live. He'll be here shortly. So we're playing some of his tunes right now. You You know it.
Telling the truth of the funny day. See, they got no charge on me. They want to lock me up and put away the keys. But I know this day will be this day. Oh, Monday night the innocent and beat on the jail.
Oh, yeah. I definitely think it's part of the future. I can see him getting a Grammy. I really can. Because in the Grammys, they love culture artists. I understand. Yes, I think he deserves one. I do. His sound is very nice. I like it.
You're going to feel you talk too much, you will pay for what you don't give. I'll never know the use of it. If it's your comforter, I'll never know the use of it. If it's your comforter, policy more for sure. This is Droop representing for the Chit Chat Show with DJ TellyLatti and DJ Cardio. Don't tolerate me now. Looks like the savior. Don't tolerate me now. Go watch the tool you're working on through. Cause the man that behind it, man love first. If you love, the man love fast. Get it full. You got the red on in a Babylon.
Hey, hon. How are you? I can't wait till we get, when the place opens back up real good, we got some fires.
Simple natural. I found the morning in a kind of mind. And after used to push me in a kind of mind. From the body, a kind of mind. The country where they come from is a kind of land. So sing the song from the body, a kind of mind.
That is my song. Got the baby, yeah.
The country where they come from is a kind of land. It's a family, so they telling the family of tears. My mother used to bring up all kinds of seeds. She put it in a little bucket and she do it for feed. All alone, she said that this is no need. Some me want the sense in a 20 years them breed. And not a skill when we be a mother 16. And if you say beat me all out indeed. Ganja me want and a ganja me need. So you sing from me born me a ganja man. My mother used to push me in a ganja pan. From me born me a ganja man. The country where me come from is a ganja land. So sing the song from me born me a ganja man. My mother used to push me in a ganja pan. From me born me a ganja man. The country where me come from is a ganja pan. We go on in criminal house. City, I am targeted. City, we go on in criminal house. City, for all the eyes of the taxes every day. And yet still them not rise to wages. Them talking the poor and off not and to move from all ages. It never used to be so hard to speak.
I can Charlotte Reggae, I can send you a list of the playlists that we had today on the thing. I'll send it to you in your inbox. But the whole mix is all Droop Lion. problem. I'll send it to you.
But just a beat on the other like a number. And if you watching on the distance, it's a standard. I say jealousy. Oh, jealousy. But just a beat on the other like a number. And if you watching on the distance, but you them let us know. I used to want to like a casino. With what's it in words. I lyrics from me tongue. I never be on a fire bone. I tell you clever way. But you them let us know. I used to want to like a casino. With what's it in words. I lyrics from me tongue. Never been on a fire bone. I tell you yes. I can get the dudes parts that you more are sure. This is super long and represent the representative, but still we have the awesome. The earth is like a bird. I tell you, clear the way. But you them not the slow. I use your head to write your counsel. With what's it in words. And you reach from me too.
You can also, TellyLatti, you can listen to it on my SoundCloud. It's on my mix on SoundCloud.
Sitting unassuming that your burden is the idiots. Weight of the world is on your chest. You might see life so unfair that you're getting more than your share. But you can feel more than you can.
Yep, on Saturdays. Any mix that I have for Saturdays will be on my SoundCloud, and I can send it to you. I can send you the link so you can hear the whole mix over.
Crying from the mother, father, sons and daughter. Blood from the minds and the scatter water. Say they don't want to be not a lamb to no slaughter. The system that they living got nothing to offer. Crying from the ones who living out on the ferry. Call on the bed and see view the yard. No water, shoot some now they pardon for the life that they living at all. You might see this is unfair. That you're getting more than your share. You man, get and know the hurt, fear the pain. Don't cry. Don't cry. Man up and stand up, put your head up. If it's a trouble, you got to man up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the new thing now. They're doing the interviews online on the IG Live. So that's the new ish right now. So yeah. Oh yeah. You want to be as positive as possible. How you been? It's fantastic. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Today's interview is Droop Lion. We're waiting for him to log in now. That's what we're doing because we can talk our mind and there's no authority to tell us, oh no, you can't say that online or you can't do this or you can't do that. So yeah, it's better when you do it like online radio. You can pretty much do what you want to have real conversations like what you want to have. So yeah, it's good. And you can have topics, it all depends on who you are and what you want to listen to and who you want to see interviewed. And whoever you want to see interviewed, the radio host that just send them an inbox and be like, can you get such and such artist on your platform by any chance? And we'll see if we can get them. Hey, Drew! Sound check in the building. How you doing, sir? The Rumble Talk. Interviewing your artist. Waiting for him to log in now. Yes. Hey, girl. Hey, boo. Pretty from Siobhan. What's up, girl? Yeah, enjoy yourself. Past weekend. a very dope artist. I can't wait to talk to him. He's very intelligent too. I watched the interview he did with Chit. It was really nice. Okay. Chop reggae, okay. Remember, you'll always be able to see the live because I put it up on my YouTube. Oh, really? Yes, he's super dope. I like him.
Let's chit chat and TellyLatti and DJ.
Yes, of course. You can join back in. If your thing cuts off, you can join back in. And it's on. The interview will be on all digital platforms. It will be on the YouTube today, and it will be on the SoundCloud, Spotify, everywhere. Everywhere you see the Let's Chit Chat show, I will be there. And if you're still on the live, you can still join the live on YouTube. Yes. Hi, Maxie. Thank you for joining the Let's Chit Chat show. I will be interviewing Droop Lion shortly.
Hi. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Oh my God, I have to apologize, but you're my first interview on the IG Live. Oh my God.
How you doing?
I did. You are a dope artist. Oh my God. I am talking. Good. How are you? Welcome.
I'm blessed, you know.
Welcome to the Let's Chat. I'm TellyLatti. You here behind me with all your music on cardio.
Yes, sir. Give thanks for having I, you know what I mean? All protocol observe, you know. TellyLatti, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we're there live, we see it and we just make the world know. IG, tune in, you know what I mean? Clock in, you know. Yeah. We're there and we are going to reason, you see it. Naturally.
Yes. So you guys are on like a real lockdown right now.
Yeah, that's what's going on in Jamaica right now, you know.
I mean, real lockdown.
According to the system, you know what I mean? But it's a world of imprisonment, you know, when it comes on to political behaviors and political representatives, you know what I mean? Because up to the time, you know, even though I'm a little youth, you know what I mean? I just born the other day, you know, see it? But with all of my own knowledge and my own personal observation of these people behavior, I don't really think they know the solution, you know what I mean? To the type of problems that affect our society right across the world today. You know, because then, you know, yeah, say you lock down the place and thing and you try to prevent a thing, you know. But on the same time, you know, I mean, it's like because then if you're in governance or you're in a country, you know what I mean, and we've been affected by some form of plague or some form of natural disaster. You know what I mean? That not take away all of the other focus, you know what I mean? Because today we are in lockdown, but it's a whole heap of thing. Jamaica people now have food in their house and you know what I mean? Because now you know how it is in these third world countries, you know what I mean? People get them food daily, you know, because they are all hustlers, because the government themselves are hustlers. So them not teach no other way, you know. But then, yeah, resilient people, you know what I mean? So them can try all these type of thing with them and them still stay alive. Rastafari. You know?
Exactly. I'm telling you, straight up. What's going on over here? It's horrible. And you have to go into survival.
Yeah, and a lot of people know to survive, man. You know what I mean? Despite of the few people who fall short. But how the world operation a move today, knowing that it's mostly fake, you know what I mean? From information to liberty, you know. So you find out people have to always innovate, you know, and manipulate, you know what I mean, their own space and make sure that survival becomes the order of the day.
Of course, I'm telling you, a lot of killings of the women and the children as well over there. I know that's heartening.
You know, because as me say, Empress, you know what I mean, a nation of people who does not know about God or don't want to know about God, you know what I mean, or even a group of people or an individual, you know what I mean, even if them live in a house, them will die, you know what I mean, because you don't know God, you know, see it, and then you find out because of the fast behavior, you know what I mean, and everybody want to get their thinking and their thought and their words and their ego, you know what I mean, within the process of governing and running a country and operating as a people. You find out we want it so much that sometimes people forgot how to live. You know what I mean? Because material things get the best of them. Because most of these killings, they're all based on material things, and material things are the underlying sickness for all of these behavior. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why now you find like every 100 years, just make a youth like I and I forward. You know what I mean? We mean still with certain type of things, you know, because then the people call I and I lion, you know. And when you call a man lion, you have to know so the lion carry many qualities, you know. Qualities of vision, you know what I mean? Qualities of prosperity, and the lion have a clear head. You know what I mean? So it's like we have to just keep resilience up here, Empress. Because then which part it reach right now? I just education.
That's
You
it.
know what I mean?
That's
I just education, I got ease the poverty, I got ease the crime, you know what I mean? I got ease the loneliness, you know what I mean? Because then when a man been born from the womb of his mother, you know, it's like just give him a special thing, I think called sense.
yeah.
You know, see? And when you have sense in your head, it simply means so you have a machinery in your head and not it go work for navigator. Well, when it now work, Empress, it become destructive even to self. You know what I mean? Would even talk about others because that will come in, but you're gonna be destructive to self. You know what I mean? It's like giving a razor to a little baby for a toy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how the world are run right now today. You know, but then all heap of things there can heal all of these situations because as me show you, the people need to be educated about the well-being, you know what I mean, and them upcoming, you know what I mean, because Marcus Garvey said, if we don't even know where we're coming from, then Empress would I never know where we end up when we end up and where we at, you know what I mean? So we have to find the vision, and leaders without vision will make the nation perish. You know what I mean? And even an individual, you know what I mean? And if a father run a house or a mother run a house and them now no vision, then you find out the youth them perish, you know? And them thing that we see are rhetoric in our society today. You know what I mean? So
That's very.
it's like that show you, no matter how you see the times sometimes feel rough and tough. It make job of people like I and I in place. You know what I mean? To make sure so you we heal broken heart with the right words and speak the truth, you know? And I just that, you know what I mean? And educate the people them that the people them can come on the brighter side. Rastafari.
I'm telling you, they're not educated, so the difference comes to them, and they don't. And then when you try, it's like you're not. When you're just trying to show them a different way to come up.
Naturally, because it's a whole heap of something going on within the generation gap today, you know, Empress, and you have to be truthful to speak about it, you know what I mean? You remember one time in Jamaica, TV used to sign off and all them type of thing there, you know, and then they would blame it on the development and the type of, you know what I mean, knowledge that they have towards running a TV station and feel like them don't have enough broadband or enough whatsoever to, you know what I mean? But then you find out it used to keep a certain type of borders on the society same way because it was mostly the youths who want to see, you know what I mean, the visual arts on the TV. And then We can't watch TV past 12 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. This is very
You know? And then when we find out the TV actually can show past 12 o'clock, we find out that adult business go on, you know, and things. So you find out, say, not saying that the youths, we have tried to brainwash the youths, them to bring them up. You know what I mean? But there are certain things that not supposed to enter the youths them heaven.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Before time. You know what I mean? And then come like you put some bananas and carbine to ripe. You know, them not go eat good, them not go taste good, them not go have no whole heap of nutrients. You know what I mean? And I it. You dig? So you find out when I was a youth and you live with your grandmother or your mother and your father, you find out if you cry for your belly, it's like them don't give you some Cersei to drink, don't it? Real old Jamaican herbal bush, you know? And you find out them thing that carry whole heap of particles where, you know what I mean, beneficial towards the development of the human resource. Well, today, everything have been broken down to pharmaceutical, but still the people who governing are thinking that they are not going to have any problems, you know what I mean, with the generation that coming. Well, I can tell the truth. Today, the generation that coming don't have the capacity to think. They don't have any long-term type of investment within them. You know what I mean? It's all about getting the thing quick and fast. And if these leaders and these parents don't understand worldwide, you know what I mean, the type of hybrid machinery people that they create, you know what I mean, and still fighting to govern over them with some form of gorilla or Goliath and some form of crocodile, alligator type of powers, you know what I mean, that not gonna work, you know, because that's how you see it, dog name dog in Jamaica. I want to speak about the baby them. Come on now, all the baby them get involved in and eat nothing where I go on because everybody think I just them ego, you know.
Yep, it's true.
You know, a guy have a female woman and him feel like him control her because them could have certain verbal, you know what I mean, agreement or whatsoever, you know. And him think him control her, and when him feel like she make a mistake, him slow her and slow all the youth and slow himself. Come on now, we have nowhere going with this type of loonitude behavior. And sometimes it make me wonder if is lunar or something that too close to earth or what. Make everybody just a turn lunatic because it a piss me off. And it really a piss me, it come like it piss me full over now because when me all watch all a 50-year-old man, you know what I mean? I date all a little 18, 19-year-old girl, you know what I mean? And feel like, so, oh, him fi have some form of control. Man, your brain's full of syphilis, you're howling, brother.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And if you get the opportunity, you know what I mean, to talk to a girl at that age, my lad, you know, if you know such a go kill you at some point in time because it make you see many of even the females right across the world. Today we have many woman organization. And what woman crying for? Woman just crying to be treated equal, like a real human being or like the queen that they are, you know me I say, and the mother of the earth that they are, you know. Well, today, some big balls guy, you know, see it? With them balls, upon them machinery in them head. You know what I mean? And I just saw them thing just murderous and cruel towards woman. You know what I mean? Well, these things are going a long time in the Empress, but if you notice, the more the food deteriorate and the more the water that them drink, poison, because dirty water affect the operation of your brain, you know. And these people are drink dirty water.
it's true.
But the government fight against plastic. The government tell you how toxic plastic can be, but still a water in the plastic bottle for many weeks. You know what I mean? In the shops, you know what I mean? In the store for many weeks before you go and get it and then you bring it at home. Have it again for many days or many weeks. Drinking that must a poison I and I. You know what I mean? And them thing they affect our brain, the operation of our brain, you know what I mean? And one time people not eat properly. Like how you see many Jamaicans not eat properly because them think, oh, them some whole heap of starch and full up your belly and drink some water and your belly stiff. You know what I mean? That's a good meal. When you don't have good meal, you hallucinate
Yeah.
to the least of things. You can't come out. You know, sorry, you notice how much plate the Chinaman have on him dining table when him a dine?
Mm-hmm.
Even though me see it more time like some form of insanity because then them have so much of the same thing. You know what I mean? But if you notice, I'm gonna make sure so yo him eat a certain way. Because when you come under pressure, you need to think a certain way. Critical thinking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, Empress, I now just blame the people alone for this behavior, but I also blame the people and the people who govern over the people. You know what I mean? Because I know, so if you have a stream and you go up there and create a muddy pole or a mess up there, you know what I mean? You just leave the whole stream to be messy in a few minutes, you know? And that's what taking place in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Don't you see that our leaders come out in name brands, just like the Rude Boys, them in Clarks, and they call themselves names, same way. And these type of behavior cannot run country because that show low levels of integrity.
It does, and
There's no way ones who supposed to uphold laws will ever be a way to make a gangster feel like, oh, me and him there in the same boat. You know what I mean? Because me a Rasta. I mean, never yet make gangster feel like me and them there in the same boat. And him can't think nothing what me can't think. You know what I mean? But me just show you because me choose. You know what I mean? For know so you are up full.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's a number of things that contribute into the problems of the world today, Empress. You know? And music is one of the greatest tool because music can cross any boundary, any language barrier and communicate to any person, any group of people. You know what I mean? And the ones that have to just say the right thing. You know, me or the Prime Minister himself to talk about even many of the murderous music where the youth them a sing. You know what I mean? Him can talk that. And the youth them for stop it too. You know what I mean I say? Because once and once for know say if we are go there, I say music can heal people from them broken heart and down in spirit and all of these type of things. We for know say music is contagious. You know what I mean?
It is. It's
Because we see it in the schools, you know what I mean? Which part in elementary school where they teach you to say the ABC and they actually sing it in a song. You know what I mean? They teach them to count from 1 to 100 and them sing it in a song, 1 and 22 and 20, 21, 20, you know what I mean? And all these type of things. So music is a great weapon, but it also can use in a negative way too. Because everything, just like the internet over there on right now, and I must come in there, you know what I mean? For this program, you know, chit chat, you know, real way, and I must come in here, you know what I say? TellyLatti because here what me know, they are them been doing a good job. So because and since pandemic, they are them create them program and have this medium. You know what I mean? And you see it, even the times of Desperado. These are the mediums where even some guy too, you know, when I call them many times them skin up them face. You know what I mean? I make it look like they are so busy and them not no time to come reason with your people them. You know what I mean? And make the people them know who they really are, apart from just singing song. You know, because many men just want to be song singer, you know what I mean, and call themselves artists, you know. Well, I and I have to be more than that today, you know, because just like the time of Job, you know, man have to go find more faith more than Job today to survive all of this. You see? So if Job that carry 50% what of faith the other day, you know what I mean? In this time, you know, man have to go have 120.
This is true.
You know what I mean? So, of course, you know, the killing for stop Empress, and it hurt me so much for hear them can say, oh, Jamaica rank about number 6 in one of the most happiest place. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they're going to tell you about Jamaica rank about number 1 is in one of the most murderous capital. You know what I mean? There are countries out there like even America. You know what I mean? We have 360 million people. You know what I mean? You look at a piece of rock named England. You know what I mean? It's a bigger place than Jamaica with more people. You know what I mean? When I speak about Brazil, that place I love all so much. You know what I mean? I see over 2 million, going 3 million people live down there. You know what I mean? So I'm not hear the same, you know. So I find out. And you must blame the colonizers them too. You know what I mean? And this is not about pointing no finger. You know what I mean? While we speak like this, they must give us a round of applause. You know, because it could have worse. You know, the people will go through 2 times what enslavement by 2 different countries, mighty countries. You know what I mean? Like Great Britain, you know, and Spain and all these places, you know, and every other else man, like the French man and not some other man, them still have a little doings for go on with the thing, you know, because every one of these African providence empress, see, they are geographical spaces where a big greatness there, you know, and whole heap I mean, like, even the minerals. You know what I mean? So you have people with intelligence who thinking that they are the ones who contribute to develop the world, will come for it, you know, and they will buy some, and they will murder for some, and they will steal some. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Only way Empress it can fix is only if you educate your people them to do the right thing. You know what I mean? Jamaican was cultured and a certain, even though we have some of the strongest type of whole in culture. You know what I mean? When you speak about the cultural behaviors and, you know what I mean, aspect of Jamaicans, you know what I mean? Are some very strong and rich particles we are talking about, you know? But then when you think about the minds of most of the people around this place, because today most people who are live on such a rich cultural piece of land don't even care about the culture.
At all. About the people.
Even though them live it every day. You know what I mean?
And
Because
yeah.
if you notice, I am a Rasta man, you know, but when I just speak free, you know. If you notice today, no church, no keep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And nobody now go to church because praises have something to do with when the negative force trying to get the way, you know. When you give up harmonious praises and it go up and connect with the magnetic field of the universe, Empress.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you hear someone say, my grandmother always a pray for me, you know, and
yeah.
my grandmother prayer to work, you know me I tell about, because, you know what I mean? And the man so where one and two can gather, you know? It even greater because in presence come down. You know what I mean? So may I say, if we are in such a perilous time, you know what I mean? This sound like times of even the fear of.
Yeah.
You know? And now them prove it to me now. So most of these things that go on in times when they were speaking about the fears. You know what I mean? It wasn't even no God and devil situation. It was just man with their own knowledge creating their own destruction.
Yep. And when you have no threat.
You see? So I know say we fear pray. And I know say my grandmother for go on a church same way. Because these ways and practice, cause out of religion, you know, Empress, I don't live religion, you know. I a Rasta. I live liberty. But I can't the right so. And even though I can't tell you say I'm an educated man. But I know say I'm an intelligent being. You know what I mean? Who just put a brain in my head can decipher things, you know, and analyze things. You know what I mean? And I can see it. I see it. That's the reason why Jah created us to give praise unto him. Man was just born to live, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And even though them intimidate the people, them and told them that, oh, when you drop flesh, you die. Man can't dead, you know, because the same people that tell you, say you're dead, them they teach us some different things, you know, Empress.
Mm-hmm.
They teach us the elements just go right back to its rightful places. Because life is just natural life. Life is within the void, out of the void. You know what I mean? I say, Empress, life is within us and out of us. You know what I mean? Right in front of you, there where you look, you know? You know, see it? So it simply means a life will do with I or without I, life will continue.
It's true. It's
Seeing so just give I and I some things. Seeing to keep I and I with this experience of the physical and the spiritual to come together. You know what I mean? And have this experience, you know? And of the physical where we can do many things to ourselves and many others and create this world. You know what I mean? And today we should be ashamed of ourselves. You know what I mean? Because we create a world of nothing of this but destruction. And every angle you look is just downwards going, downwards going. You know what I mean? And wasn't about that. Human being wasn't created about that for this type of down spiral behavior. We are I beings.
This is so true. It was not created for this. This is a whole madness.
And you, black mama, you are I being. You know what I mean? Very, very I. It's you first, the sunlight shine upon. That's why I, your little son, you know what I mean? Your little brother. could come forward with your complexion same way. You know what I mean? And then the complexion becomes a big thing. You know? So it becomes a racial discrimination. You know? And who the discrimination is upon? I and I, who have the most quality within complexion, I and I have over 200% melanin, you know. That's the reason why I look so, you know. I and I is the black star behind the sun, you know, that could make the sun shine so bright and hot, you know, and give off such particles, you know, like vitamins, you know. Come on now. And I must be discriminated about I complexion or feel inferior about I self, who I be. No, no. And not until I come to the fullness, earth will be a place of living again.
Exactly.
See? And I tell everyone this, you know what I mean? Continue show off yourself and losing yourself and know to yourself too. Say I lose yourself because you're not feeling your greatness. When you was 12 years old, you used to play Chinese skip. And when your friend them bring it up at them neck, you still jump up there. Can you do that now? Why can't you do it? You're still alive.
Mm-hmm. This is so true. So true.
So how we feel when we see a 80-year-old lady go down on her hand and do 100 pressed up? You know what I mean? And she's 80, it show you so once in a dead empress, everything is possible. You know what I mean? And naturally like that, you know? So when I make them intimidate us and get us afraid, I mean, I tell my people them, you know, my people, don't be shy away. Don't bow out. You know me, I say, hold it because listen me now, you're going to need yourself when you give away yourself, you know. You're going to need yourself. And remember, say you have generation coming forward. You know what I mean? And I know so many ones out there thinking that, oh, because they don't have a child of their own, they are barren. No, not got so many of these problems. And the system set it like this. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to stop listening to your doctor for a minute. Your doctor needs to listen to you now.
That's what I'm telling you.
You know what I mean?
I be telling people.
You know, because you have everything in an Empress. You have everything to live, but still we die. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And most of the death them is not of old age. It's because of some form of weaponry that already been devised inside of you from a longer time. Because remember now, we are generation Y and Z and all type of these type of things. You see? We've been potent. You know what I mean? Just like everything that we've been using, you know what I mean? And everything that been given to us, you know, naturally. You know what I mean? So I just want to just tell your people them, be wise. You know what I mean? Tell yourself, say you're firm. You're a God within yourself. You know what I mean? And you must live. Because if Jah live, you have to live. Because today, the beast master got their wings spread out. And all they're about is mass murder and blood sacrifice. You must know. You know what I mean? So, and listen me now. You know, make a sense to take up no gun in these times.
For what?
If you notice, them send a poison out. Them send a poison out, you can't even see what attack people like. You know, see to the naked eye.
But you
See?
know, it really can't hurt you if you are taking natural herbs and stuff. There's been a lot of cases, hundreds of cases.
But this is the thing, Empress. You know, it might sound like we are talking people but no.
No.
The thing is, for the longest while, the same people today, when this thing getting away, who are telling you that they're going to give you something to save your life. They are the same people who've been killing you for the longest while. You dig?
That's true.
At them poison with food, at them everything else that was there before. They are the same people who bring it come to I and I. You know what I mean?
This is true.
The same people them. And it always take these length of time before you find out, say, oh, the company that they build AIDS because them have something new come now. You know? And all of these things, there's some light now, please and thanks. All of these things, you know what I mean? All of these things are mankind with his own corrupted thought and manipulation trying to rule over man. Well, today, I start to ask myself questions. If it's really man, these people who are treat human beings, sir. Because where does human being get these art from?
This is true.
You know what I mean? But Empress, it still come back down to every individual. You know, got to be wise. Eat clean food, drink clean water, and heal real God. You know what I mean? Sleep in a clean bed because a hungry sight I go work no other way.
This is very true because we just recently started eating because we saw the like slowly, so we started going style.
You see?
And you,
So
oh,
I didn't hear you chip out a while ago.
I said it's you see all the fast food they give us in America. It's like you can't breathe. So we recently went to like vegetarian style, and we like I have so much energy that I have a bunch
And that's it.
of.
That's it. In a couple of years ago, they've been doing these things a long time. They know it's not good for us. They know it's not real. You know what I mean? They know the way they prepare these food. You know what I mean? It cannot be good for no form of human being consumption. But the thing is, they know that when they get our body this week, they can just feed us with any synthetic type of material. And then our body will put up such a fight. That's what kill our own self. You know what I mean? And nobody, in 100 years, nobody will respond for all these murder.
Exactly.
You know? Because the education that come from the med school and the World Health Organization, you know what I mean, is not actually told anybody responsible if you make a mistakes in any one of these lab. Or if you feel like your ego, you know what I mean, get the best of you. You know? Because it's probably sad, but these people are in the business of murder.
Yeah.
You see? But I tell people them, it might sound simple. It's a long time the Rasta man I say, eat where you grow where you want to eat. Make your food becomes your medicine. Anything where you can take as a medicine for your food, that not for eat. You know? And for a long time, them feed us on these synthetic chickens. You know what I mean? Right across the world. You know?
It's true.
And they do everything to cut out holistic and disrespect holistic and, you know what I mean, make it people look down and when time people dangling up in all of these plastic and synthetic type of food and material, they feel like, oh, that make you being somebody, you know, until you find out that, oh, you're 50 now, but you start looking like 150. And you wonder what caused that, you know what I mean? But you didn't taking keen note and not observing and not being mindful of your own self, you know what I mean, and your surrounding and the operation of the world. And now these guys is like they tell themselves that this is how the world run it. You actually hear people saying today people have to dead for people to live. You actually hear people say the good will have to suffer for the bad and all these type of things. Well, I burned that.
This is true.
You see? I burned that. You know what I mean? Because that is the problem now, you know. You see? Make all these people who elect all of these government bodies, you know what I mean, to govern over them. When these people mess up, if you notice, who get the chastised, who get the beaten, who get the prosecution. Today, this is a world pandemic. But they know that this is not nothing that we were trained for.
Yep.
To stay in our house without food, without not doing our regular duties and going our regular places. You know what I mean? And them just bring it come upon us one time. And a guy say, oh, how we govern the place and we say to do this and do this. With no explanation to call. When time them talk, they use some type of words where people, normal people who they really governing over don't really understand. You know? But today they can tell you that if they catch you wearing your source of face in the street, without a mask, that's a $5,000 charge. And if they're catching a break in the curfew act, that's a $25,000 charge. You know what I mean? And I saw everything go for the longest while. Now the world underneath a pandemic, you know, and at one point a year people are saying, oh, them have to pay. And you have to pay if you get a COVID test. You know what I mean? And you come and tell me, say, I try to intimidate me, telling me that, oh, if I can have a deadly virus that will kill me inside of me, and I don't even feel a scratch. I don't have a little red eye. I don't have a cough. I don't have a sneeze. I don't have a ache. Nothing at all. I feel normal like when I don't have nothing and I have a poison inside me. Come on now, man. Come on. Now you tell me that about my own personal self. And I supposed to sit down and say, yes, this is true. That cannot work. If a mosquito bite you, Empress, you feel that.
This is true.
You see? That can't true. That can't work. That can't work. And you tell me, say, oh, because this thing is some form of ANR or whatsoever, it can mutate. Now, the education that you give us a long time ago, even about the AIDS virus, the reason why no vaccine did not develop for these things, it's all because they are mutated virus. And I will give you a vaccine now, and it mutate and start appears like something else. The vaccine not really go through the door there. You know what I mean? So I wonder still, what's the problem with the DNA? You know? Then if I is so much inferior, and I does not contribute to the world economy and the development of the world, you know what I mean? What's up with my DNA? What's up? What's up with the war over my DNA? Why trying to get into my DNA all these millions of years? You know what I mean? What's up? You know? So we have to just be wise, you know? You know what I mean? You have a thing named when the barrel cracks and the smoke smell. Each chat we will be singing a song for you. Jano, we sing it in the morning, TellyLatti. Oh, and sing it in the evening too. Hey, Baltimore, we sing it on the freeway. Free, the freeway. Hey, Africa, the freeway. Oh, my brothers and sisters, and they will be singing, trotting up the King's Highway. Oi, Quebec, Canada, Toronto, Canada, we sing it on a freeway. Free, the freeway, everything, the freeway. Oh, my brothers and sisters over there in UK, they will be seeing me trotting up the King's Highway. See the smoke rise above Earth's surface while the mountain comes to the sea. Hey, Jamaica building blocks burning, it's burning. And the new someone crying help. Thunder roll and lightning strikes. Feel the sun comes with all its might. Plantation feel it is burning. Setting the way for us to be free. I'm taking the freeway, free, the freeway, right away, the freeway. And this is Jubilee on the Chit Show. Yo, 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 big up DJ Dan Cardio. Hey, I'm taking the freeway. I just like the people in my friend. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We have to just check the freeway.
These many years, how do you stay balanced these many years?
Balance, you know?
You are.
I don't know.
Balancing.
The thing is, as a youth in the Empress, you can just speak the truth, you know what I say? Because enough time I fight things to man and just hold myself, you know? Because all right, yesterday I was talking to Miss Jacobs, saying and I share say, as a youth, you know, how many times I see youth I do things I want to do, you know? And this happened to me from a tender age. You know what I mean? I'm a rude in it, it's not like me rude. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because we're rough, you know. But then I can't do everything. My spirit within me, my energy, you know, the violence what Jah give to I from them time. Don't allow I to do anything and everything. Or being everywhere and anywhere at any time. Me not chat to everybody neither. You know what I mean? And then I used to think that it's all because I and I is an orphan, you know? In terms of saying that I lose my mother from a tender age, you know, like 9 months of age and thing. And I never get to know my father until I a teenager and thing. You know? Saying that me big up daddy a good man, you know. All of that I never feel fault, you know.
You grew up.
You know, I grew up with grandmother, aunts, and my uncle. You know what I mean? A friend, a family friend. You know, it's a good thing I have never been abused. You know, when time I come forward and come here, them heap of stories. When time you grow like puss kitten, or them been abused in some homes where people probably them parents probably leave them and think they would be cared for. The real truth about you know. All of my hard times, I mean, give it to myself, man. You know what I say? I slide down a little place, pan a little coconut bunker. You know what I mean? Because we used to have something what we call the bunker, you know? Where we slide down the hill with the grass and thing and not even know, say all the buckle there on the ground, we already broke already and it probably just open all your leg and you see a whole lot of blood and you run go up and, you know what I mean? Them tell you how rude you is and even though them adjust it, them a talk to you hard and tell you think them not really usher, you know? And all of that, I contribute to the whole of them something. I have never been ill-treated. Even though when my grandmother beat me, she would stand up in my throat, you know, man. You know? Because my grandmother is a old maroon lady where smoke her cigarette back way and, you know what I mean? She very knowledgeable and, you know, and she very rough, you know what I say? And then, it's like these people have the vision to say yes, society I come to be where it be before it even be, you know? And them I try to prevent you. And you know, boy, pit me stay, you know what I say? Because then, me I grew up from the country to the city, you know? It's like from the hills, you know, to the plains, you know. And then I and I have such type of experience, you know. The hillside experience where you know the river, the big dry river in a St. Mary and thing and many other river. You know what I mean? We have the Kano piece, then we have the orange water, them, you know. We have all like something them to a ledger. You know what I mean? Where when we come forward in Kingston as a youth, no one a child because my grandmother was even an eagle also, you know. So you know, so I visit many farms, you know. And me used to think I want a rough life. You know what I mean? Until I grow forward and I said, John no star, you know. Even since week me and meds and me I say, yo, more some of my youth them get some of them settings there too, you know. And because then it helped to mold I. You hear the question that you asked, cause some stay in the Empress, me as I elaborate, I may have too much things to say, I have enough things to say. So when you ask me a question, just listen back. See?
I do. I'm listening.
You know what I mean? Because, yeah, but the question you asked me about 5 minutes ago, oh, I'm keep the balance. You know what I mean?
How do you keep balance?
I do all of them something there. You know, I do all of them something that the things that I've been taught long before and the things that I'm still learning now. You know what I mean? And the everyday experience, you know. The thing is you have to love Jah. That's how I know. You know? It's like because how many people are call upon Jah daytime, you know. You know see it? So when you call upon Jah, you have to put in it. You know what I mean? Put in the percentage and I'm not talk about those word sound, you know, but then you have to have levity, you know what I say? So live for Jah, it make you stay within your boundary. Where I wanted to say, yo, then you're a humble person, you know what I mean? You know? Because you try to live your best for Jah. That Jah can always accept you, you know what I mean? As the frequency when I'm send around here as the channel, you know? As the vessel that you are, you know what I mean? Because many clean vessels come around here, you know, and treading along the way, you know what I mean? You know the road stay, you know, them get messy and them not too care nothing for Jah again for the longest while, you know. Not saying them can't do it, you know, because enough of them still alive while some of them walking dead, same way. Well, I try my best not to fall in such position and that make me have the balance. You know what I mean? That make me have my balance because then losing my mother from a tender age, you know, me not have no aggressive energy. towards the female neither. You know what I mean? So when I get even the youth them with the females them and thing, come I have two empress will bring some nice kids to me, you know what I say? I may have 3 kids, you know, I'm proud and thing and you know what I mean? And you know, them never make me get out of myself no way which part. You know, I feel like me don't want to get abusive now or nothing, you know, because then I always glad for the sister energy around me. You know what I mean? The mother your energy around me because for be my lover, you have to be my mother and my friend and my sister and my aunt, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know what I mean? Remember me as a man who been broken and just put me back together, so I must be nurtured, you know what I say?
I have a kid.
But the balance and press, you know, it balance natural.
It does.
And I can't tell any youth, just try to keep it natural and you have it. Many youth ask me to, even many prominent youth within the music ask me, what me do to keep my originality, the same balance, you know? You know what I mean? And Empress, me is a man where I'll design all my own clothes, you know. Some crazy, you know.
Oh, really?
You know? You know what I mean? Sometimes, because then, I feel more time, you know, I just the confidence within self too. Because man have to develop self-confidence to be balanced, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if you're not confident within yourself, you know, you're going to feel weaky when, you know what I mean? You have to be firm, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, see, so when you're confident, you know, see, most time you always make the right moves and do the right thing, and because other people from on the outside, I see it even more than you. I sing a song called Cut Off for the Load, you know? And it's a reason with me and my grandmother, you know? You know what I mean? When she tell me, say, old nigga, no make them wash them mouth pan you, you know? Because nigga mouth a goat mouth, you know?
Yeah.
It's like nigga can see it so you go fat before even you start feel so you get fat, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So them fowl I go fat you can see it from him foot, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and I'm show you at the same time say crocodile bark like a dog, you know? But he's not a fowl, he's not a dog, you know? And him lay a egg like fowl, but he's not a fowl, you know? So as some serious meditation, you know what I mean? And if you live and remember your natural self, you will stay balanced. You know what I mean? I fight myself to stay balanced too. You know, because sometimes some of my friends them we do something where we do something with me here my friend them, you know what I mean? You don't love for the too, you know. But you Jah give every man blessings and everybody blessings not come at once, you know.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Because it's a little door and we have to go through it in a line, you know. Carving a barrel no go nowhere, you know, see it.
Yeah.
And then when I do the thing, and I come forward back, I want to easy for say twice, say, but you just done travel off a world a while ago, or you come forward back and just silence. So him would even know I'm very happy in myself for know so I'm gonna get so much experience too. But him for know say a person like me they are fine tune and I save everything that I have learned and say, you know what I say? So it make me in myself and me don't ask some people, you know. I'm not talk about no egoistic type of behavior and no show off thing, but you must always inner yourself.
It's true.
You know what I mean? You know that keep the balance, you know.
It does. So you had a tour schedule because of COVID, you had to stop. So are you going to reschedule that tour?
It's a number of things. You see, it's not nothing where I don't want to do. Because to tell you the real truth, Empress, some of my best moments are my happiest moments, you know what I mean? It's relating to the people when I up on stage too, you know?
I know.
You know what I mean? But then this happen. Them say world pandemic, you know what I mean? It could be a world pandemic too, you know, but you know what I mean?
This is true.
This is what Jesus said. So me I say, yeah, a number of tours have been rescheduled, you know. We not cancel nothing because knowing that we keep good business relationship with all our people them who, you know what I mean, we connect with. So we not really cancel nothing.
Oh,
But about things, my UK thing, my European tour,
yeah.
my Brazilian tour, you know what I mean, my tour in America, you know what I mean, and thing. They all cancelled, you know, and we're hoping just a brighter days, which we know will come.
Oh, of course. You have any special projects you're working on now?
Yeah. I mean, we have projects right now. I'm in the process of writing I'm writing like 21 songs for 14 rhythms, because I want to choose, I want to really choose for an album that I'm creating for a production called Keja Sound. Some guys, some in Poland, or in Europe, good network and thing. Good youth, them will love good music. You know what I mean? And when we buck people who love good music, the most we can do is just enhance them. You know what I mean? And adapt me I do. You know. I feel them in our levels because I like the rhythm them. And right now, I have a new single that I will be dropping from the album called Ideology. You know what I mean? One of the song them where I feel more than ever for this timing. You know what I mean? Because it named Leaders Sell Out, and we see where leaders sell out. You know what I mean? It's a shame when the people got to say no. Leaders sell out. It's a shame when the people got to say no. How their leaders sell out. Pride and dignity, basic necessity, human sovereignty, nothing at all, them not free. Of course, crime is a shame, but human rights is a game. And they are the ones to a govern and a rule. But still, I take your people for fun. They far right. It's a shame when the people got to say no. Leaders alone. It's a shame when the people got to say no. How their leaders alone. You know what I mean? It's a song I feel like the people them need it now. Fear remind them where they're supposed to be and who they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? And the type of struggle that they're going through right now. Because what we do, yeah, you know what I mean? We attack the problems, but what we do, we bring solutions, see it. So them can look out for that soon. Soon it will be coming, and I'm sure you're gonna have it on your platform. You know what I mean? Giving it to them. You know what I mean? Naturally, I had a new song right now that been getting some promotion, and I think it will reach places too, but it's not from my camp, you know what I mean? But we're working very close with a producer called Snow Cone, you know. One of Jamaica Grammy Billboard producers, them too. He's the one who brings Sean Paul to the thing,
I see.
naturally. And so we have an EP that I'm working on with him right now too. You know what I mean? We released one song from the EP, you know, and thing. It's called Congo Man, yeah. So the people can go get it. Because what we say, today, within this time, we have to find the music that can heal the broken heart. You know what I mean? Can create a free waterway for the people. You know what I mean? So what we do, we create feel good music, but with rigid message. You know what I mean? And think music that can play anywhere, at school, church, you know what I mean, in your homes and at work. You know what I mean? I say these words what we are using in the music, which I inspire I and I with. Because I just give everything to us still, You know what I mean? That's why you see, we can't do too much, because less always mean more in the Almighty side. You know what I mean? So, we want the people them to keep these words as close as possible to them, in them everyday development and going through, you know what I mean? I say, because a life teaching, you see, we not just get up and I not even know about someone so much, but I personally, you know what I mean? I not just get up and sing music like that. You know what I mean? I have to call in all of my ancestors them. You know what I say? You know what I talk about, and make them first,
That's true.
go through and choose for me and give me the melodies and the feelings, because then if me not feel it and I hear it,
So true. You have to feel it.
Yeah. But we always have works going on, Always have works going on, even though Droop and you know what I mean, is not so much of an industrial play account to the industry, because you see, sometimes they try to hide. And sometimes they try to, I think is the best they are doing still. You know what I mean? Even though it show them up so much as if, you know what I mean, they are not that literate, you know what I mean, or have the type of intelligence to identify, you know what I mean, a proper fruit and a tree, you know, and harness it or a proper sucker, a proper root, me I say, to harness it to be, what it's supposed to be, even though they are industrial players, they claim, but it's a big Jim Screechy and a big dodge around, to keep the things suppressed and keep people suppressed, because knowing that most of the people who bring forth this type of vibration, they are not some of the traditional high schools graduates, me I tell about. So it have a certain type of implications, a stereotype type of behavior, because then even though most of these men, they are the ones who actually brought certain knowledge to even some of these intelligent chasers, it's like they don't accept them, as enlightened people, so they try to use to manipulate, and the manipulation has to be with a side where they don't show the real part of the industry. So reggae music been suffering from that for the longest while, and you have people who try to make changes but been threatening in many ways, to lose career, lose life, so you see them do it many times. But we just there to make my people them, who understand these type of music, who I love it long before even Droop and born. Me I say, because remember now, this is just a legacy that I and I carry on, me I say, and getting myself imprinted, in the next leg of history that's supposed to be written. You know what I mean? So I just said to the ones who've been loving this from the longest while, it's okay to grow up your kids, want to be a part of this industry, because it's a very lucrative industry, just like anything else. Me I say, just like any one of those industry, we have sent off billions of goods or whatsoever, but it need collective movements, it need collective people and people who understand the interests of the movements, and understand the whole interest at the development of the music and what it's about and what it's for, because this music now, Jah give this music when actually, the real truth is reggae is one of the youngest genre of music across the world, because you have Latin, you have blues, you have a lot of things long before, but then this music carries such impact, on the people life, because then it's life music. You know what I mean? This is the music that come to break the walls of oppression, and enlighten the people, towards the Almighty and the feel of real life and natural life, and to make them stay real. But then, just like anything, politics get involved and many one lose them way. But a whole heap of real people still there want to do it, and opportunities are lacking, because even though it seems like a lot of doors are there, we can try through. These doors don't carry go nowhere. You know what I mean? It's just like Lords of the Ring. When you walk through this door, you drop over a precipice, because it's only one way. You know what I mean? And many people make it look like it's many way. Everybody wants to be like a Bob Andy, a Bob Marley, a Toots and the Mater, but at the same time they are taking different routes, And when I say that, no one nobody get it twisted and think I don't overs that if things are happening in the 60s and the 50s coming up to the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, now it's 2000, people are going to go about things in a certain, you know what I mean? But you can't stray away from the core, who you're supposed to be, because you could have bleached your skin some more. You know what I mean? When the people them who you try to look like see them know you're not one of them, Putting a eagle among some chicken to grow and feed him and chicken feed him. Him still a eagle, He's just waiting on a certain particular time or person, to come and put him back on a certain altitude. You know what I mean? And when him start flying, we'll never see him on the ground again. You see? You know what I mean? Because if you was created to live high, you can pretend like you're living low. You know what I mean? And when you do that, you're destroying yourself. And that's the reason why you see so much of the people, both black, white, yellow, and purple. you know what I mean? Just falling short, going down, and the whole world just seems like it's a big catastrophe. And you know what I mean? And people seem more in debt more than living, you know? If you check the suicide rate or right across the world, it's like, you know, and many of these people, if you to rise them forward like Lazarus who rise from the dead, you know, answer to them, so what man, you don't have any sense. He might go tell the same have sense.
Yep, yes.
You know what I mean? But so you find out, I can tell anyone this, surely oppression make a wise man go crazy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I give thanks. I give thanks, you know, for even when you said to me, say, what I do, you know, what did I do to hold the balance, you know? Yeah. Cause it simply means that there's a light that's shedding and shining that you see. You know what I mean? I give thanks.
Yeah,
You know?
it still sounds really good.
And Empress, a whole heap of music coming, man. Whole heap of music coming. Knowing that Droop line is always creating and music, you know, and the man's music alone shall live.
Send them on.
You know what I mean? I will, yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Live interview with Droop Lion. Droop Lion, please give all your fans your social media platform.
Well, everything is Droop line, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They can check my one page link, they can check my Instagram. You know what I mean? And I want them to go to my Droop Lion slash, or what they call it, underscore music, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I find out these are the ways of the world today.
Mm-hmm.
And if we are talking about spreading out the music, you know, we have to start using all of these mediums, you know what I mean? And I want to collect from all of these mediums. If there's anything there to collect too, you know, because we not talk and get smart in the Empress, you know what I mean? I tell the people them the truth, what it's all about.
It's true.
You know?
It's true.
And if ones and ones really love my music and want me to continue and don't want when me for their studio, I sing some song, me for down at the market, I sell some coke or some yam I plant up on the hill. You know what I mean? They can support my music, you know what I mean, at the iTunes, you know. I had albums out there, you know. They can go and get my album Back and Tracks. They can go and get my album High Ideology. You know what I mean? VPAL, you know. Distribution, same, you know what I mean? It's an Apple Play, you know. It's an Amazon. You know what I mean?
Video, more videos so they can.
Yeah, and true, you know. Sometimes because I have myself not so much as an handsome person, you know what I mean, or a handsome man, you know. You know, I used to afraid of the camera, I don't want to, you know, so much visual arts, but it's okay.
Women, oh, you y'all are on the map. They love y'all.
You know, because then some people didn't even know, say, wow, I saw dreadlocks, them big and bugger and thick, man. I think them little bit and neat and fine. Well,
until you came on the scene, I was like, oh my God, okay.
You know what I mean? But it's good too for some people, you know, because some people won't love it. You know what I mean? But it's okay. You can love the man or love the music, you know. You know what I mean? You know, I have to love the hair, you know. You know what I mean? Because I love the hair. You know? I love it. And you know what I mean? With all respect of all each and everyone boundaries, you know. You know what I mean? I a Rasta man, you know, and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because I come to defend the people of this world, you know. I don't care if them talk about, because I tell Christian people, so no Rasta people I know, no don't know. You know what I mean?
The truth. You have a real message.
Because the truth is, what we are working for and working towards.
Yeah.
A better tomorrow. You know what I mean? A better life. You know what I mean? Life over death and all of these type of thing. And I must that the Christian I deal with, because if I'm not that him I deal with, or she I deal with, they are not in this world. And I must that the Rasta man I deal with. You see? So Lucky Dube, the singer song say, come Rasta man, come Christian, Indians among us. You know what I mean? We all can live as one man.
It's
You know?
the message that you, and it's a good one.
We have to try our best to make sure, sir. Because the man say players and singers, my strings are in thee, the government of thy people is upon thy shoulder. And then none of them something the empress and nothing for laugh about nor joke about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If the man tell us the government and people them is upon I and I shoulder. Then I and I must find I and I purpose. You know what I mean? So it simply means that I was born as a luminary, within the fullness of the Almighty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Through His grace and mercy. Since I must come forward as an enlightener, you know what I mean, towards the people them. You see? And because as I show you, many times more want to do things what many other youth do, because what if we think about just the fleshical self, and we ego within ourself, and the hype and all of these type of things. You know what I mean? It will force you to talk about a bag of nonsense too.
Yeah.
Because the way how they behave today, the intelligent people of this world today behave as if it's foolishness them love more than anything else.
I was just saying
You see?
yesterday.
You know what I mean? And then they wonder why the sun come out so hot at daytime now, hotter than before, and when the rain fall, you know what I mean, everywhere flood out when it's rain, and everything just get over itself and more than more, and them not understand so because of their behavior, it shape a system within them society, plus it put a behavior pattern towards the magnetic field of the universe.
Yeah, it's true.
So it should be man who cry about the problems of today. It should really be the animals them who have never get such chance to live in such high farms. Should be the fly them and the ants them. You know what I mean? Because we get this heights for experience, and all we can do is self-destruct ourselves, and then we talk about, oh, Father God, take him. Father God, no give nobody and take back nobody, man. Father God, no give nobody no life and take back that. You know what I mean? Because they are the same people who preach to I and tell I say, oh, this man have life in abundance and everything that I could think. You know what I mean? In abundance. You know what I mean? No, give nothing and take it back, man. A man behavior. The man give man everything to live. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Just imagine that. You can use that and manipulate earth from sky to ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But man choose to do different. And the part a man take is to destruct himself. Because anytime man turn away from nature, himself him a destroy. You know what I mean, Empress?
Droop, right? I have pleasure and we over here, okay? You have England, Canada. Oh my god. Oh, Brazil. You're
Hey, Brazil.
and you have Jamaica.
Oh, hey, world. Hey, world, hey, world. Hey, Africa. Mama Africa. My world. Hey, America. Europe. Hey, Europe. Didn't I told you I love you? And I told you I love you. And me, I tell you again. On the Chit Chat Show. Didn't I tell you I love you? Ever. Didn't I tell you I love you? And me, I tell you again. On the Chit Chat Show. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, sir,
thank you so much.
Music. And thank you too, and thank your team, you know me I say.
Yeah.
Thank you all, you know me I say. Thank you, world, you know, thank all the people them who log on for listen to reasoning. You know what I mean? Because you don't know. It's like too much is I've given to you, know, been given too much is expected, you know what I mean, the Empress. You know? So it's a lot to say, you know, and a lot to do, but greater days ahead, you know what I mean? And Baltimore! Hey, Baltimore! Baltimore for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Hey, Baltimore! Kick off the pagans them door. Fire burning out. Hey, fire burning out. Fire burning out. You see it.
Thank you so much.
TellyLatti.
You have to come back and see what you're doing in the winter.
Yes, sir. Yes, the way, well, listen, man, now, you say winter in Jamaica. We're not a winter in Jamaica, you know. And that's the beauty about Jamaica, you know. We always tropical, you know. You know what I mean? It was raining today. It's been raining from yesterday, you know.
Come over the water in person.
You know what I mean? I will send some sunshine for all of them, you know.
Canada,
naturally.
Baltimore,
You know what I mean?
in Jamaica.
Yes,
Happening.
warm sunshine, you know what I mean? I will send some sun and some seawater too. You know what I mean? Naturally. Because listen me now, we've been doing these things millions of years ago, you know? Hundreds of years ago. We communicate telepathically. You know what I mean? Through energy. Share gifts telepathically. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Reason with each other telepathically long time. So right now, may I send out the warmness here. You hear that? Most time we pray for them. Hey, hey, oh, I tell a lot to know we pray for them. Hey, hey, not the one you pray for the ones who washed away in the flood, and pray for the youths who bury up in the mud. The volcano burst and burn some property, people die because of poverty. That I pray for the ones who lose them roof in the storm. And if we do, I don't know where it bring it gone. We pray for the land who look at sitting down them farm. And pray for the people them right now who corona feel like them want to keep them calm. So we pray for them. Hey, 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 most time we pray for them, Lord. Hey, hey, yeah, TellyLatti. Where you? Rastafari blessings, you know.
Thank you so much. You guys,
thank you too.
Thank you.
You're welcome every time.
You have to tune in to Droop Line. You have to follow him on his Instagram, YouTube, on all digital platforms. Bye. Support his music.
Naturally, man.
We'll see you guys.
Yeah, man. Naturally, man. I will see you guys soon too. I know that. You know what I say? You know, really, tell Baltimore I'm coming, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tell Canada. From Toronto straight up to Vancouver. Hey, Quebec. You know what I mean? Soon forward. You know what I mean? Rastafari live. I, my people. I will. You see it. Just stay balanced, man, you know? I go and eat clean food, drink clean water, and heal the Almighty. Remember, me tell you.
Yes.
If you don't know, if you live in a house, you're still dead. You know what I mean?
Okay, guys.
So,
thanks for tuning in. Chat show. Ryan.
I TellyLatti. TellyLatti. Yeah. So that's, you know, true.